Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's Rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was...
Brings it down on the right side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the right. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
And that's a really good start for this defense. But I tell you what, they're going to have more opportunities because they're going to throw the football a lot. They're in the top 10 in passing in college football for a reason. So this defense is going to have to play great, make plays on the ball like that all game long.
Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide receiver shows motion. They keep attacking through the air. This time on target. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They're going to run it to the right. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They want to run this quarterback. Keeps it and got some room entered to the goal line. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buffaloes! When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've...
Time to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
He'll bring it back. It's Brooks. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wyoming. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He fires it out to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Running to the left. At the 35, he's got room. Off he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffs.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Danced his way through traffic, pick up for 4 to the 19.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Now on second down.
Clemson, 21, Colorado, 14.
Okay, ready? Quarterback checking off. On second down, wants to throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Clemson will send the punt team out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Going with the ground game left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
This is a designed run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Buffaloes are on the move. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. Using the quick game. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it, and they convert. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wyoming. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Makes a connection. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quarterback will keep it. Tackled after picking up the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Runs through a tackle. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now improvising. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Guard in the backfield. It's Peters. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looks as if he's going to run it. Makes him talk to the hand. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Scrambling away. Trying to find his man in the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. The senior coming through and making a nice play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside. And now the hit knocks it loose. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get caught. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Line gets set, first down.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Double right.
Gonna run it. It's Peters. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Ready up.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 21 to Washington State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Defense will always try to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and force the invitation.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the returner is stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The play action fake. Unloads to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. They'll try the right side. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out fast. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. A first down for the offense. The give to the left side. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Handoff from the gun. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to get it through the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next
At the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score, Clemson 42, Colorado 21.
quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Fires it incomplete.
Is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Peters. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because
touchdown Tiger! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over San Jose State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Plows through the defense. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line.
Here we go.
This quarterback part of their running game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode.
Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Pound 55 weak.
Goes to the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 100.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Quarterback keeper. Across the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
And it's caught inside the 20. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable, flipping forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Clear! Clear! Slab! Ready!
He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Peters. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an